Hi everyone, this is Sanford Alexander with another episode of Tips, Tricks, and Oops. We're recording on January the 16th, 2013, and to my right
is Therese, and to my right is
Eston Talavera.
And today we have some information that is relatively current, and we want to get it out to you before it gets too old. There were some announcements recently from HumanWare that many of us, especially we who have older Braille note technology, might find very interesting. So, Eston, you have all the scoop.
All right, yes, I do have all the scoop, and it's a very interesting scoop. So I was on I'm on a list of a bunch of different Braille Note users. The list is run by users, and so occasionally we will get emails from HumanWare saying different things. And one of them happened to be a list of new prices for the Apex, the Braille Note Apex units, and the Braille Note Empower units. Well, they're not actually selling the Empowers anymore, but they will take them in as trade-ins. We'll get to that in a second. But the BT, so the Braille keyboard, the one I have in front of me, the 32 version, so 32 cells, is now $5,495. And that's a price drop from about $6,100. The 18 cell Braille Note BT and QT is $3,895. Okay, you can get $1,000 off if you do a trade-in with a Braille Note Empower unit.
Like mine.
Correct. It has to be a 32 cell though. Is that 32 cell?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And how come, Eston? You know, we've done the old guy, young guy thing, and it's always the old guy, the young guy, and the old technology and the young technology.
Yeah.
And we've done it here too. Because some of what you're going to be talking about, or actually all of the rest of you're going to be talking about, is only applicable to the Apex, right?
Yeah.
It's not applicable to the Empower.
Correct.
All right, so I'll listen.
All right, so I'll continue here. You can sell, or you can trade to HumanWare an 18 cell unit. It's an Empower for $600, and then
wow.
Yeah. So, but here's an interesting thing. If you have a Braille Note Classic, and it turns on, it is worth $250. If you have a Braille Note Classic, and it does not turn on, it is worth $200. So you can get $200 off of those prices, or $250 off those prices. Another thing I wanted to mention, before I get to another piece about the Braille Note, is the new Trekker Breeze price. And this is with all of the maps and with updated US maps included. And so it's $699.
Wow.
And I don't know how much
right.
and I don't know how much of a price drop that is, because I didn't know how much the old one was.
Oh, it's about $200, $300. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
so
significant.
I saw that.
And that's with all the maps.
Correct. That's with all the maps. That's with all updated maps as well. So the last thing I want to say about the Braille Note is that for Apex users, you can get Keysoft 9.2.2 for free.
Are you stuttering, or is that actually?
No, that's the exact
9.2.2.
Yeah, 9.2.2. I can give you the exact build number. Keysoft 9.2.2 build 1075. So
that's somebody who was really trying hard.
I guess.
So perseverance.
9.2.2 is now out for Keysoft. Basically what it does is it allows you to update from Keysoft 9.1 to 9.2.2 for free. So you can do that without paying the SMA, which is about $200 usually, around there. So it's very nice. I like the fact that the prices have gone down. They're still a little bit expensive, but for what you're getting, a 32 cell Braille display, the unit itself, for what you're getting, I think it still is a very good deal.
Well, you know, one of the things, and I don't know what the current prices are, but on my poor ancient Empower, that used to be leading edge technology for like 2 weeks, each of those 32 cell units costs somewhere between $90 and $140, $128, something like that.
Yeah.
It adds up awfully quickly when you.
Yeah, it's very expensive
Yeah.
to produce these units, and
Definitely.
so that's one reason why they're so expensive. But still, I mean, if you think about it, these upgrades will hopefully help Keysoft, get to a point where it's where it needs to be with software and hardware to help the students or help people that are working.
That explains.
Now, can I ask you a couple of frustrations?
Sure.
Okay. I cannot open DOCX files with my Empower.
Correct. And I cannot open DOCX files with my Apex.
And with
So-
9.2.2?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Okay, still can't do that.
Correct. You know what you can do though? You know
No.
that the format everybody loves, PDF? For some odd reason, everybody loves it. You can now open PDF files in the browser. What it does is it converts it to text. So it will convert it to a text file while it opens it.
Okay.
So you can open PDF files now. But DOCX, not so much.
And doesn't the Apex also have wireless built into it?
Yes, it
Yes.
has that built in.
Because I had to get a wireless card,
Yeah.
but I think now it's in there, right?
Correct. With the Apex units, it is in there, and it's a much simpler interface to interact with.
So here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the document thing,
Mhm.
.docx, why not just save it as a text file instead of converting it to a PDF file, which converts it to a text file?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Well, if you're saving it, if you're taking a DOX,
We're not taking a DOCX file at all.
DOCX file.
The DOCX file is a different feature. What you can do is take a PDF file, put it on an SD card,
Oh, okay.
and then insert that
Okay.
SD card into
So
the unit,
we're not talking
and
about
then convert it to text.
going to your computer and taking
Correct.
a DOCX file and converting
No.
it to a PDF file.
If you're
Okay.
gonna do that, then
Uh-huh.
that's another tip we can get into another time.
Sorry, I'm going. I don't have an Empower, so or I don't have a Braille note of any kind, so I'm totally in the dark here.
Yeah, which we could do that kind of a tip if there's interest in it, and you can express that interest by going onto the YouTube channel and posting your interest in the comment section.
Leave a comment. We like those.
Only if they're positive.
Well, we like the negative ones too. Just be nice, because we're very sensitive.
Oh.
Please continue. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I think that I wanted to get to all of those pricing information. I wanted to see what Sanford had to say about the Trekker Breeze going down in cost,
Mhm.
and I think that that's about all I had for this for this episode. So, Sanford, what are your thoughts on the Trekker Breeze cost decrease?
I think that's a very significant decrease, because it used to be in the 900 or higher range without all of the map updates. So that's good, and I think that the Trekker Breeze is still a very valuable piece of equipment, despite the fact that there's other, with our apps on the phones that we're using, some of the GPS apps, there's still some things that I think Trekker can do that you can't do with those. And one that comes to mind immediately is it is very easy with a Trekker to do a virtual walk in an area that you've never been in. So if you were traveling to a city that you've never been to in the past, you give it the address you're going to be at, and bang, you're there, and you've got all your points of interest and all your streets and all the information you want, and you can go on a virtual walk in that neighborhood.
Okay.
And do your hotel research and your restaurant research and all of that sort of thing.
That's really cool.
That
So
is
that-
kinda nice, yeah.
And yes, I know you're gonna say, but I can do that with my White Pages or Yellow Pages apps with what's nearby stuff, and yes, you can, but.
Not to the extent that
Not
the
to that
visually
extent.
impaired
Not
probably
to
would
that
need
extent,
to.
yeah.
Right,
to-
because what you're gonna
yes.
do if you do your white, yellow page, you'll know that the Longhorn restaurant is at such and such an address, which is nearby, it's 1.2 miles from your hotel, but you don't know how to get there.
Mhm.
And with the Trekker, you can put yourself at the hotel,
And just go.
plot out the route to that address at the restaurant, and then see what you're gonna have to do.
Tracker might
Yeah.
warn you that there is a major highway in between your hotel and the Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah.
That
Whereas
is
the
on
other one
our
might
side
not.
of town, whereas White Pages may say, oh, it's nearby,
Yeah.
and you can get there by going east, but.
Because at
you-
that point, you're not only gonna have to cross 6 lanes of 80-mile-an-hour traffic,
Mhm.
but it's also down in a ditch.
Mhm.
It's below ground
Yes,
level.
yes.
Or
Mhm.
close to it.
Mm-hmm. So,
All right. Well,
yeah.
those are good thoughts, and I think we're going to end up coming back to the Braille Note and the Trekker in future podcasts. Coming back to those, I think, would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And just kind of
Mhm.
doing some tips on those, and showing you some different ideas that we have with those units as well.
Yeah, those extra payments there's a lot of folks on my blind attic list. I have an email list that I'm a part of that it's a classified for people selling old equipment, and that explains why a lot of folks are unloading their older Braille Note equipments.
Mhm. Yeah.
Equipment? Yeah.
Equipment, yeah. Okay, well, I think that's going to be all for this episode, and I'm Eston.
I'm Therese.
I'm Sanford.
Thanks for watching.